Ella was playing in her backyard when she noticed something unusual in the sky. A rainbow shimmered, even though there was no rain. Suddenly, a small glowing butterfly landed on her hand. It spoke in a tiny voice. "Ella, we need your help. The rainbow unicorns are in danger." Before Ella could ask anything, the butterfly turned into a sparkling map and flew into her backpack. "Guess I'm going on an adventure," Ella said, running toward the woods behind her house where the butterfly seemed to be guiding her. One sunny afternoon, Ella spotted a strange rainbow in the clear sky. But wait, what's this? A glowing butterfly lands on her hand and speaks. It tells her about rainbow unicorns in trouble. And just like that, Ella's ordinary day turns into the start of a magical adventure. Ella followed the butterfly through a glowing portal hidden between two trees. She gasped as she stepped into the rainbow realm. The sky was painted with swirls of color, and the air smelled like candy. Unicorns of every shade galloped in the distance, but they looked worried. Prism, the leader of the rainbow unicorns, approached Ella. "Our magic crystal, which keeps our realm colorful and safe, has been stolen by the shadow sprites. Without it, our world will fade away." Ella nodded firmly. "I'll help you get it back. Where do we start?" Ella stepped through a magical portal and into the rainbow realm. Everywhere she looked, the sky sparkled and unicorns danced. But oh no, the unicorns were worried. Something was wrong. Their leader, Prism, explained that their magical crystal had been stolen. Can Ella help them save their beautiful world? Prism explained that Ella couldn't do it alone. She needed a team. Together, they picked their rescue squad, Twinkle, the fastest unicorn with a mane that sparkled like stars; Blaze, a strong unicorn with a fiery orange tail; Lulu, a tiny but clever unicorn who loved solving puzzles. "All right, team," Ella said. "Let's find that crystal." Prism knew Ella would need some help, so they formed a rescue squad. Meet Twinkle, the fastest unicorn, Blaze, the strongest, and Lulu, the smartest. With her new friends, Ella was ready to set off on her mission to save the Rainbow Realm. The squad's first challenge was the gloomy forest, a place filled with dark vines and fog. Shadow sprites appeared, trying to trick Ella and the unicorns into turning back. But Lulu used her smarts to solve the shadow sprite's riddle. "What shines bright but can't be touched?" "The answer is a rainbow," Lulu exclaimed. The sprites hissed and disappeared, letting them pass. Ella and her team entered the gloomy forest, where sneaky shadow sprites tried to block their path. But clever little Lulu solved their tricky riddle. Can you guess the answer? It was a rainbow. With the sprites defeated, the squad pressed on. At last, they reached the crystal cavern, where the shadow sprites had hidden the magic crystal. It sat on a pedestal surrounded by a dark storm cloud. Blaze used his strength to clear the path, and Twinkle dashed past the shadows to reach the crystal. But the shadow sprites grew angry and tried to stop them. Ella held up the glowing map, which turned into a shield of light. The shadows couldn't handle the brightness, and they vanished. The crystal glowed again, filling the cavern with color. After a long journey, Ella and her squad found the crystal cavern, but it was guarded by dark shadows. With Blaze's strength, Twinkle's speed, and Ella's glowing shield, they fought back the shadows and saved the crystal. Hooray, the Rainbow Realm was saved. Prism placed the crystal back in the center of the Rainbow Realm. Instantly, the colors became brighter, and the unicorns cheered. "Thank you, Ella," Prism said. "You and your rescue squad have saved our home." Ella smiled. "I couldn't have done it without my new friends." As a reward, the unicorns gave Ella a special charm shaped like a rainbow. "Whenever you wear this, you can visit us again." Ella returned home, her heart full of joy, knowing she could always come back to the Rainbow Realm. With the crystal back in its place, the Rainbow Realm came alive with bright colors and happy unicorns. Ella and her rescue squad had done it. And as a thank you, the unicorns gave Ella a magical charm so she could visit them anytime. What an amazing adventure. The end.
It was a bright and breezy morning on the sparkling blue sea. The sun shimmered like gold, and the SS Friendship, a grand pirate ship with colorful sails and a giant paw print flag, gently rocked on the waves. At the helm stood Captain Paws, the bravest golden retriever pirate, wearing his favorite red bandana and a slightly tilted pirate hat. His fluffy tail wagged as he sniffed the salty sea air. Just then, Pepper the parrot, his trusty first mate, swooped down, flapping her vibrant green and blue wings. She held something in her beak, a bottle with a rolled-up paper inside. "Squawk, Captain, a message in a bottle," Pepper called. Captain Paws's ears perked up. "A message? Let's see." He carefully pulled the old cork and unrolled the paper. It was a treasure map. It had wiggly lines leading to an island and 3 paw prints marking an X. "A treasure," said Captain Paws, eyes shining. Mittens the cat, a clever but mischievous grey tabby, peeked out from a barrel. "Treasure? I love treasure," she purred, hopping onto the deck. Rocky the raccoon, their expert map reader, adjusted his little glasses. "It says here, this is the treasure of friendship. It's supposed to be the most magical treasure of all." Captain Paws grinned. "Then what are we waiting for? Crew, set sail for adventure." The crew cheered as they raised the sails. The ship began its journey across the vast blue ocean, the wind pushing them toward the unknown. It was a bright morning on the SS Friendship, a ship like no other. Captain Paws, the bravest golden retriever pirate, stood at the helm, his tail wagging with excitement. But today was no ordinary day, because Pepper the parrot had just brought a mystery map. It led to a magical treasure, the treasure of friendship. With their clever crew, Mittens the cat and Rocky the raccoon, Captain Paws set sail for adventure. The SS Friendship sailed smoothly at first, but suddenly, dark clouds rolled in. The sky turned grey, and the waves grew taller. The wind howled, shaking the sails. "Storm ahead," Pepper squawked. Captain Paws braced himself. "Hold on, crew. We must work together to steer through." The ship rocked back and forth. Water splashed over the deck. Mittens, though nervous, climbed up the mast, using her sharp claws to tie the sails down. "I've got this," she meowed. Rocky held the map tightly under his arm, making sure it didn't fly away. "I'll keep us on course," Captain Paws barked commands, steering the wheel with all his strength. "On my count, turn left." The crew moved together, and after one big push, the ship broke free from the storm. The sky cleared, and a rainbow stretched across the horizon. The crew cheered. They had worked together and made it through. Suddenly the skies darkened. The wind howled, and the sea roared. But Captain Paws stood strong. "Hold on, crew," he called. With Mittens securing the sails and Rocky keeping the map safe, they braved the storm together. And when the sun returned, a beautiful rainbow stretched across the sky. "We did it," Captain Paws cheered. "Teamwork always wins." After hours of sailing, the crew spotted an island covered in golden sand and tall, swaying palm trees. "Land ho!" Captain Paws barked joyfully. They docked the ship and hopped on to the soft, warm sand. Right in the middle of the beach stood a giant stone tablet with mysterious, glowing letters. "What does it say?" Mittens asked, flicking her tail. Rocky adjusted his glasses and read aloud. "To find the treasure, you must first pass the test. What can be shared but never runs out?" Captain Paws scratched his head. That's tricky." Mittens paced back and forth. "A fish? No, those run out." Rocky tapped his nose. "A story? No, not quite." Pepper flapped excitedly. "I know, it's friendship." As soon as the word was spoken, the stone glowed brightly and slid open, revealing a jungle path filled with glowing paw prints. Captain Paws beamed. "Great work, crew. Let's follow the prints." And off they went, deeper into the jungle. The island was full of secrets, and the first was a mystery riddle. Captain Paws and his crew scratched their heads. What can be shared, but never runs out? Pepper flapped her wings. I know. Friendship. As soon as she spoke, the ground glowed, revealing a hidden path. The adventure continued. The jungle was full of twisting vines, sparkling flowers, and chattering monkeys swinging in the trees. The glowing paw prints led the crew to a waterfall, where a hidden cave shimmered behind it. Inside, a golden treasure chest sparkled in the dim light. We found it, Mittens purred. But just as Captain Paws stepped forward, a voice echoed, "Not so fast." Out from the shadows stepped Captain Nutters, the leader of the shadow crew, 3 sneaky pirate squirrels. "This treasure belongs to us," Captain Nutters chittered. Captain Paws stepped forward bravely. "The treasure of friendship isn't meant for just one. It's meant to be shared." The shadow crew hesitated. "Shared?" Captain Paws nodded. "True treasure isn't gold. It's friends who stand by you." The squirrels looked at each other, then smiled. "All right, we'll share." Together, they opened the chest, and inside were magical glowing tokens that spread warmth and happiness to all who held them. Captain Paws placed one on the ship's mast, and its golden light spread across the sea. As the ship sailed home, Captain Paws looked at his crew and smiled. The greatest treasure of all is the friends we made along the way. The treasure chest sparkled in the cave, but Captain Nutters and his squirrel pirates wanted it all. But Captain Paws knew the truth. Friendship is the real treasure. And so, the chest was opened, revealing magical tokens of joy. As the SS Friendship sailed home, its sails glowing with golden light, Captain Paws smiled. The best treasure was the friends they made along the way. The end.